Yo people, it's your boy Shell Stassic from Shell Stassic Sports. How are we doing? Another video, another World Cup video. Getting back on top of this thing now. France versus Denmark. Finished 2-1 France. That boy Mbappe again, he's gonna light up this World Cup, isn't he? That's 3 goals in his first 2 games. He's obviously, he's the mate. Hold on, I say that. He scored against Denmark, didn't he? I'm sure he did. I know Giroud scored 2. Yeah, Mbappe did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So that's 3 goals in his 2 games. He's obviously joint top goal scorer, I think, with Valencia of Ecuador as well. He stole the show again. Him, his dribbling. It's not. I think people we look at his dribbling ability and what he runs and scores, but he does link up very well as well. And even if you saw for the first goal, the link up he did, I think it was with Hernandez. I can't remember who it was with, and a cut back and then he rolled it in. He does link up very well as well. So he's not a man that just does dribbling or shooting and stuff. He actually can do a 1-2 and get in behind. He's got it all. The boy's got everything. He's only 23. Plenty more to come, definitely. He's the best player in the world at this present moment for me. He's box office, and France are definitely needing him. But yeah, from what I watched, again, this is a game I only watched really one half of it. Didn't get, I mean, like I said, I was out and about in the last video I just dropped, so I only watched pretty much one half really clean. Ish. And for what I watched, France, it was a nip and tuck game. I wouldn't say it was all France. Denmark had their moments. Obviously they equalised. So it was a good football game. Again, I think all yesterday's games were pretty entertaining, really. But you know, when you got the X factor in Mbappe, you can edge games out. And I think in the end, France did enough to win the game without being like what they were against Australia. So, but Denmark are of higher caliber on paper than Australia, which I was saying in an earlier video when I was doing Australia's win against Tunisia. That game's actually could be very interesting because Denmark are going to have to step up now. It's good because this is their last chance, really, isn't it? Because they've drawn and lost, so they only got 1 point from 2 games, which now makes their chances of getting out this group hard. They have to beat Australia, really, essentially. France are the first team through. They have 6 points, so they're through to the knockout stages, round of 16. So they're sitting pretty atop of the table with 6 points out of 2 games, 2 wins up from 2. And now it's just between Denmark and Australia. What a game that's going to be going into the last game. What a game that's going to be. I think, well, what's Tunisia? Tunisia's on 1 point. I mean, I can't see them beating France, but say they would, depending on results, they could technically still get through. But I don't know what their goal difference is compared to Australia. Because I'm just thinking if Denmark and Australia was to draw, that would put Australia on 4 points. Denmark could be obviously out, but then yeah, I think Tunisia are out of this anyway. To be fair, it's just I'm just thinking mathematically because they're not mathematically out of the race. But I think it will come down to Denmark, Australia. That is a shootout. Who's going to go through with France in second place? And who knows, man? Australia are in a good position, like I said in their video against Tunisia. They're in a pole position right now, and Denmark gonna have to get out there and show their quality. Remember, they got to the Euro semi-finals last summer against England. So this is not a Danish team that's not capable. They know what they got to do, and they got the players to do. They haven't really set the tournament alight yet, but this is their moment. That's what the beauty about the group stages is. You might only need to do it in 1 game just to get started. So, and the tournament football isn't about peaking at the beginning. It's about getting better as you go on. So Denmark might now have to leave their best to last, let's say. So yeah, but in this game, they weren't bad. They just got edged out by a much better team. 2-1. So that's France through. But yeah, Denmark, Australia, that's a tasty game, man. That's a very tasty game because it's really winner takes all, basically, in that sense. Australia can draw, obviously, and go through, but you know, we're going to build it up a bit more. Winner takes all kind of thing makes that game a bit more interesting. Interesting how Denmark approach that game, but they do need to win to get through because anything less than a win for Denmark, they're out. So be interesting how that one goes. But yeah, leave your comments in the section below. What did you think of this game? Did you think is it a good game like I thought, and that boy Mbappe just was the difference, or did you see it another way? And what do you think of Denmark, Australia, last game to decide who goes through with France? What are we thinking of France? Are we looking at them as favourite or second favourite behind Brazil? Let me know in the comment section below, people. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Your boy Chef Tassi is out. Back with another video very soon. Peace.